Morning, folks. This morning's shaving cream comes by the way of Cremo. This one here is the Reserve Blend, and it tells you the notes right down there. It says Bourbon, Vetiver, and Oak. It comes in a plastic tub, about 4.5 ounces of cream in there, and it is a very soft cream. You don't have to put much pressure in there. Needless to say, it scoops out pretty easy. You whipped it up in the bowl, and I'll show it to you here in a moment. In the scent, strength, my nose being what it is this morning, I would say it's light when you're whipping it up. You can smell it out of the container, but when I'm whipping it up for my nose, it's kind of light. But on a different day, it probably would be different. Still got the alum block, no rubber band this morning. Using a mentholated witch hazel from Stirling Black Ice, and decided to mash up the shaving cream with Clubman Reserve Whiskey Woods. And it also tells you down here on the bottom, it says here a smoky scent with whiskey, tobacco, and woody notes. And going to be using the Cremo beard oil, tea tree mint, with a little bit of shaven sailor beard oil mixed in with it. As it goes for the shaver of the day, me, it's probably close to being, if not the best looking shaver that Parker has. This is the R87R. It's a twist to open, and today the blade looks like this, if you can get the glare off of it. Edison. Comes by the way of Israel. I have a link down below. You want to check it out. And it comes wrapped in a wrapper like this, just a single wrapper. I'm sorry, this is not Edison. This is a Viking sword. Edison's what I'm using tomorrow. Anyway, this is the container here, and it comes in a 10-pack also. Getting ahead of myself. Got it whipped up here in a bowl. And I should say, the one thing I learned is you definitely want to use just a damp brush. You'll probably want to squeeze most of the water out. It doesn't take a whole lot of water. It doesn't like a lot of water, in other words. I got it whipped up. It took more. I had to put some more product in there in order to get it to work. This is a Cremo horsehair brush. After considering how, I guess you might say, had way too much water in the beginning, it whipped up pretty decent. Like I say, I had way too much water in the beginning. Start out with far less and work your way up is definitely the best way to work this one here. It's not your typical cream in that you could use a fair amount of water and think everything's going to turn out alright and then add water. You really need to have just a damp brush to start out with. And I'm going to be using the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements mentholated ice. Go ahead and get the face wet here. I already put a hot towel to the face this morning, but with this I found it's best to go ahead and re-wet your face afterwards. But it's kind of interesting watching this lather work up. I have not tried any of the other. I think the one that came out with was sandalwood. That would that you can lather up with. I have not tried that one. Around here, the finding that particular one was not easy. Most of the time, I can smell the menthol. Most of the time, especially Walmart would not have it, and most of the time when I would be looking, I could not find it at the Target. The Targets, more than one, near me. Now there may have been another one here locally that was carrying it. I just didn't get to the right one, but it was not. In other words, it was a bit of a challenge to find in the store, and I had decided I was not going to, you might say, order it online. I got this Cremo Lathering cream by the way of a Christmas present. I know the day I got it, I could smell it pretty good off the puck. Just this morning, my nose is not too terribly cooperative. Menthol's a good thing this morning, in other words. Alright, got it worked up somewhat. Go ahead and get started here. And the brush worked out, I mean, considering it's new. I did lather it a couple of times yesterday. And only lost about 4 hairs out of it, so that was pretty good. You can kind of see what kind of cream it is. Like I said, it would probably do better once I got, now that I know to use a just a damp brush. I mean, just a damp brush. It does not like water. Brush is definitely holding enough cream in it. I can smell it now. I didn't smell it when I was whipping it up like, you know, you might typically in a shaving cream or a shaving soap as you're working in the bowl. Usually I can smell it, but this morning, no way was my nose cooperating this morning. Here we go with the Viking sword. Should mention also there's just a slight overhang tab sticking out on from the blade here. Yeah, to me this shaver here is a very nice looking shaver. I don't know if I showed it well enough. That this part right here for the knob on the twist open, when you go to open it, this knob will actually move up to the handle and stop. So in other words, that gap there will disappear. It's a good looking shaver. If I remember right, it was 3.5 inches in length. Or was it 3 inches in length and 3 ounces? I can't remember. I looked at it last night for those specs, but I have a link down below. If you're interested in checking it down on super safety razors. I imagine everybody's got a different take on what bourbon might smell like. And of course you got vetiver and oak. That's probably changing the scent on this. So if you're expecting a strong bourbon scent, in my opinion, it's not there. I guess maybe I know what I'm after. I'm after something that has a stronger bourbon scent. I was watching a it's a replay of a live video, and the conversation was talking about what it takes to make the soap with bourbon, and it's not as straightforward as a person might think that it is. So I guess you might say the way I understood it was labor intensive. Yeah, you can kind of see what's already, just what little was on my face, how it worked up a little bit of a lather there. Starting out with just a damp brush would have been much better. But also, if you're looking for maybe a shaving cream lather that you whip up that's a little bit more on the fluffy side, like this would be considered fluffy. Because I think what they were looking for was something a little bit thicker than this. But it's working out pretty good, I would think. I mean, that's pretty good, considering what I started out with. I was looking at it, I was like, oh, I put way too much water in this. Way too much. And here I thought I was just using what I would consider my normal amount. Yeah, that was not a good thing. It didn't take very long for me to figure that out. So far, of course, it's Cremo. If you hadn't had any experience with it, there's plenty of slickness. That's one thing I don't think, I guess you might say, not to be concerned about is slickness. If you haven't had any experience with it, this is fairly slick stuff. I may have got my numbers mixed up because I was also, remember, some of the numbers from the 24C. I probably should have wrote them down. Put a sticky note on the mirror so that way I had it straight. I slept pretty hard last night. It's going pretty smooth. I have to say it probably helps a lot with a good blade. This blade's working out pretty well. This is a brand new pack that opened up. Got a little bit left over there. And you can kind of see there's I have enough left on my face. Do another pass without a problem, without even adding any more. Yeah, definitely start out with just a little bit of water, a damp brush. It worked out pretty decent. Can't complain. I should say that I don't have it. You might still be able to find it if they're not sold out. Find a solid cologne and aftershave balm that'll match all this. Might look for it. I'm thinking about it. Got something in mind now. Against the green pass. It's going to be a pretty smooth shave. Things were pretty quiet at work yesterday. First day back after Christmas, and the number of people had already taken off the rest of the week, and wasn't very many people in the office, but it's a fairly quiet day. And of course yesterday started raining, so I made it a quiet, sleepy day. And it rained most of the night here. Just a light rain, wasn't real heavy. At least not what I could tell. Got that one spot right there. Sometimes it is not the easiest to catch. You kind of have to go literally every which direction darn near to get it. think that's gonna wrap it up right there. Now the fun part, we're gonna see how much how much work it's gonna take to get this off my face. I have to say, as it goes for slickness, of course, the slickness is uh, very nice. Don't think you'll have to worry about slickness. Post-shave feel, and I know we're comparison from looking at artisan, but even at that, there's a certain amount of creaminess that's left. In other words, it's going to leave my face being moisturized. I think it's on clearance now with the brush. Can't remember if it was $15 or if it was $7.50. I can't remember which one it is. I have to look at the link down below again. In other words, it'd be very much worthwhile checking out the brush. I like horsehair brush. It's a nice brush. That's a pretty nice knot. It was not pokey. I mean, this is my first time using it, third time lathering it up, and it's not pokey in my opinion. It's leaving my face pretty smooth. Especially at this price, if you can pick it up $15 or $7.50 or whatever the going price is, that's a pretty decent price for a shaving cream and a brush. This brush is, you know, well worth the money in my opinion. I like horsehair brushes, so my opinion is a little it's a little biased. I've been kind of waiting for this brush anyway. I'll have to look online again and see if I can find it. I think I might try the aftershave balm and the solid cologne. No stinging, none this morning. That should speak to both the blade, the shaver, the shaving cream. I didn't think it would be. It was going pretty darn smooth. I enjoy these kind of shaves that go, you know, start out maybe just a little cattywampus and turn out being just great. Mixing up the witch hazel here. Really like this shaver. It's not expensive. It'll run you right around the $30 mark. Easy twist to open. Kind of see right there I was talking about the handle. That knob will move up. It's a pretty nice looking shaver. I really like it. Like I said, I think it's probably one of the better looking twist to opens that they have. At the time when I ordered this one here, I almost went ahead and went with, I think it's 99R. Looks like the 24C's handle, the barber pole if you will. Almost went with that one instead. But since I already had that handle, I thought I would do something a little different here and go with one with a shorter handle. I really like this shaver. Going with some Clubman this morning. Thought this would be, how can you say, the one to pick. It was kind of hard because, you know, you got brandy, whiskey, and gin. Between those three to be choosing from. I like all three of them. Decided this one here would be the one I would use today. Really do enjoy these aftershaves. I think the link I got down below from Atlanta Barber Selling them, I think, is $5.95, and this one here is the 6-ounce size. That's a pretty decent price, in my opinion. 6 ounces, $6, $1 an ounce. Can't get a whole lot cheaper than that. Master, you can. You can get a little bit cheaper, but not by much. At any rate, I had a great shave this morning, so I have to say, if you're interested in giving it a shot, like I said, if I remember right, it was on clearance. Get the brush and this, I think it was for $7.50. That's a heck of a bargain in my opinion. Even at $15, the brush and the shaving cream. Just remember, if you're going to try this, start with a damp brush and then add water. That way you'll get the desired results that you're looking for. I had to use quite a bit more product in order to get what you see in this today. I had a really nice shave. Hope everybody's doing well today. You're still on your holiday, travel safe, be careful out there. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.